But this will be another best of 3. Deevo versus Fairy Peak. Deevo has beat Fairy Peak in every series that they have played. And also had probably the best comeback that I've ever seen. Except, well, there's been a couple of great comebacks from K-Dot versus Scrub in the past. And I remember one game where Scrub came back from Brazil against Marky Duda. But every series that these two have ever played, Deevo has come out on top. First 4-3 in a best of 7, and then 3-1, I believe, in a best of 5. And I know that Fairy, despite the fact that he's looked like the favourite all tournament, this is going to be his toughest competition by far. All the other players in this tournament, including the likes of K-Dot and Scrub, are matchups that Fairy Peak has had positive win rates against in the past. Fairy is the player in the world who gives Scrub the most trouble. He is also the player in the world who gives K-Dot the most trouble. But unfortunately for him, both of those guys are already out, and now he's up against his biggest demon, his nemesis Deevo, who for some reason is able to dismantle an otherwise solid defense. Alright, 3 kickoff goals in 12 seconds. This is going to be the longest game of all time if this continues. But no, this is not pre-recorded. Oh, good trip by Deevo. He won't be able to secure the boost, however, and that's got to be a goal for Fairy. The trip by Deevo is good, but it wasn't good enough, and he thought it too good. Fairy was able to recover and beat him to that boost by a hair. And we're tied up once again. Yeah, Cux did everybody's asking where Cux is. Like, I don't know. Ask him. Like, he told me that he would play the last 1v1 tournament, and then he didn't show. He told me that he would play this one. I told him when it was, what day it was, and he didn't show. So, it's not on me anymore, and I won't be inviting him to the next one. So, that's all I have to say about the Cux no-show. Is that if he's going to be this unreliable, then I'm not going to ask him to. I'm not going to keep asking him to play. That's just how it is, because it's a shame for players who are much more willing and reliable in their professionalism to show up. Part of being a pro player is being professional off the pitch as well. You got to show up when you say you will, and Cux is not reliable recently, so I won't be inviting him to the next tournament, I'm afraid. I gave him I gave him a second chance for this one, and he blew it. I don't usually give second chances. The only reason I give Cux a second chance is because he's a good friend of mine, but sorry, no third chances. Doesn't matter if you're my friend or not. But yeah, good to see that we still have a tie game here while I'm talking over goals. I'm not salty, I'm just professional. And most Rocket League pros are not, so that's the long and short story. Oh no! Bean of the day! We've already seen a phenomenal bean by Deevo earlier, but oh no, Deevo, what is this? What is this? That is a disaster. Greasy, I see you in chat. I'm gonna get you to Scotland and cast an entire tournament with you, my friend. Online casting is a nightmare, dude. You don't wanna ruin what casting is to you by casting an online tournament. It's just nowhere near as fun as casting side by side. Although I would have loved to. Oh my goodness, if I was casting with a co-caster and Deevo scored that own goal, we would actually just be laughing for minutes. It just gets really contagious. Nah, Greasy, you one day you're gonna fly to Scotland and we're gonna cast together. We're gonna cast an entire tournament and it's gonna be so funny. We're gonna do it. I mean, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm doing a North American tournament tomorrow. Get over here. Get on the next plane. we can make it happen. Well, what on earth is this game that we're seeing here? So many goals, and none of them are good. They're all absolutely terrible goals. But a great game nonetheless. We all love goals. I don't know why every time Deevo plays Fairy, he's the only player who's able to just consistently penetrate Fairy's defense. Fairy just looks completely helpless against Deevo. And I think I would credit that to the fast bounce dribble. Deevo's bounce dribbling style is how you beat Fairy. Everybody pay attention. You want to beat this man? Bounce dribble like Deevo. That's how you do it. Because Fairy has no answer for it. Absolutely no answer. His defensive style and posturing just does not stand up to Deevo's fast approach. It just does. Wait. I looked away for a split second. What on earth happened? What on earth happened? Oh, you're about to board a plane. Where are you going, Deevo? Deevo, Greasy, where are you going? You going to Magaluf or something? You going on a massive bean weekend? Where are you off to? Sorry, YouTube. I'm talking to Greasy Meister. He's in my chat, and he says he's on a plane in 30 minutes. I hope you're not on a plane now, because that is illegal. Turn on airplane mode. But anyway, back to the bean match of the century. Deevo versus Fairy Peak. Knowing Deevo, knowing this matchup, I thought that shot would go in as well. But all right, this is probably going to go in courtesy of Deevo's rebound. Oh, never mind. He's done well. Oh wait, for goodness sake, Greasy. He's kidding. Greasy says he's about to board the plane right now. Mate, don't tease me like that. I don't like being teased. It's one of the worst things ever. Hate it. Hate being teased. I can't believe some people actually like being teased. It's bizarre. I can't stand it. Oh, inside of the post says, boys, you better go this way. This is where the ball's going. Mate, if you show up in Scotland tomorrow, we're casting a tournament. You realise that? Greasy, I'm not actually kidding. If you show up in Scotland tomorrow, we are casting a tournament. It doesn't start till like 10 p.m. our time, or my time, so you got plenty of time to get here, because it's a North American tournament, so I'm running it late by my hours. Look at this. Fairy has no answer for the fast bounce dribble, I'm telling you. Oh, Deevo. Cheeky, knocking off a couple of seconds. I love it. Catch you in 3. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Greasy. You better make it. Glasgow Airport, Edinburgh Airport, doesn't matter. I'll meet you at either. Tell me when. I'll see you tomorrow. That would actually be so much fun. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. All right, Deevo's probably scoring this if Fairy doesn't. But it's just like every other time I've seen Deevo play Fairy. Fairy just doesn't know how to deal with the fast bounce dribble. It just works. It just works against Fairy. And although Fairy doesn't lose by much, and he does score so many ridiculous goals, he just can't seem to beat Deevo anytime they play. There's always multiple beans whenever Deevo plays against Fairy. I will say that. There's always multiple beans. Beans all over the place. So be sure to look out for that. By the way, Twitch chat, I want to know one more thing from you. Oh, hold that thought. Oh, just appreciate that screamer for a minute. My goodness. If the goal was a letter, the ball is now a postage stamp. But like I was saying, Twitch chat, oh, for goodness sake, I'm trying to ban somebody. The chat keeps moving. Do you guys want me to run a different format for the North American Ones tournament tomorrow? Yes or no? If you're watching this on YouTube, it's already happened. No point answering that question. But Twitch, what do you think? Shall I run a different format or shall I run the same format? The different format would be best of 1 Swiss, where there's an additional round of Swiss and then a gauntlet to finish. Oh wait, I forgot what I asked. Did I? No. What did I say? Did I say, do you want me to run a different format or the same? Same. You all want me to run the same. You like this? You like good format? You all like this? Okay. Everybody likes this format. Sounds good. I'm going to ask again after the game, because honestly I don't remember what I asked. I asked a question, then I forgot how I phrased the question, and you guys are all like, no, and I'm like, wait, how did I phrase this? But yeah, this format's pretty good. I like it. I came up with it myself. You're welcome. Yeah, it's pretty good. It gives us lots of different matchups. In fact, we're at the end of this tournament, we're going to have seen 13 different matchups in one tournament. Assuming that, actually no, Fairy Peak and Deevo, neither of them have played Florist, so this is going to go all the way to the last game with no rematches. Isn't that lovely? Just a whole bunch of best of 3s. Fairy Peak trying to fast kick off there, I like that. He knows that he has to get 2 goals in 12 seconds, so he tried to fast kick off to try and sneak one past Deevo. Oh, he gets a chance. Fairy Peak is not yet out. He kept it, or he scored before 0 seconds. So he's still technically in the game, but not really. Technically. Oh, he's got a chance. The slow kickoff. Is Fairy Peak going to do this? No way. Surely not. No way. Is this actually happening? Oh, Fairy Peak centered it too hard, or else he would have had a chance there. And now it's going to be tough. Deevo's got the boost. Deevo's got the ball. And Deevo's got the fakes. And he's got the first game in the bag. But my goodness, smart play in the end by Fairy Peak. Fast kickoff attempt. And then the fake kickoff attempt where he hit the brakes, let Deevo bounce the ball off him. And he really could have won that. If he bounced the ball center a bit more slowly, picked up the boost and met it in the middle, I think he had a chance to score. I really, really do. I really do. I think there was a chance. I'm legit. I'm telling Greasy to legitimately fly to Scotland tomorrow. That'd be funny. He's not gonna do it because he's a pussy. He's not gonna do it. But yeah, it would be so funny if he did. Greasy, drive to Scotland. Actually do it. Drive your new car to Scotland. It only takes, I think, 30 hours. If you leave now, you're gonna be late. Don't drive. Change my mind. Don't drive to Scotland. Fly to Scotland. Let's put this on hold for a minute. Let's go on Google Flights real quick. Wait a minute, boys. You guys can watch the game from Deevo's POV because I know you're gonna like this. But let me just go on Google Flights. Let's go to let's find out how much it would cost to fly to Scotland. I don't even know how much it would cost. I have no clue. No clue. Oh, I'm missing the first time that Deevo has ever beaten Ferry. So what day is it tomorrow? It's like the 9th or something. I think it's the 9th, and yeah, back on the 10th presumably. Oh, it's a bargain, mate. If you return, mate, it's only like $600. It's only $600, mate. Absolute bargain. Bargain bucket. If you stay till the 7th of September, it's only $400. That's like, oh, free. It's so free. But anyway, I'm sure. I hope this is like. I'm sure you guys know by now that I'm not really. I'm going to do this. If some train of thought catches my mind, I am going to go through with it. Because the way that my mind works is after I've thought of something, I cannot stop thinking about it until after I've figured it out. Yeah, just if you stay till Christmas, it'll be like free. They'll send you back. They'll probably pay you to go back. They'll be like, okay, you've stayed here long enough. Get out of the country. Yeah, I hope you guys don't mind the ignoring. I think I ignored 2 goals, maybe 3. 2 goals. Oh, is this? Yeah. Oh, Deevo, careful. Careful, hen. He did well to keep it out. Then he nearly scored right after. But there he is in the lead. We've seen Game 3 in the other semi-final. We might see Game 3 in the other one. Don't worry, there's plenty time for me to cast professionally. I'm not going to do play-by-play. Never. Play-by-play. More like Resident Sleeper, if you ask me. This is definitely a match for the ages, though. Oh, what a challenge by Deevo. Fast. I love that this is becoming such a common thing to slow roll the last shot in. I love it. But what a challenge by Deevo. The speed, the consistency. It was one of his best challenges, I'm sure. Play-by-play 1v1. You laugh, but I've watched 1v1 tournaments before where there is play-by-play, and I'm just like, is this real life? Why is this happening to me? Why would anybody do play-by-play in a 1v1? It's just not how this game works. But don't worry, don't get too excited yet. There's still at least another 2 minutes to go before Deevo's going to start his comeback. Oh, he missed the boost twice now. Not going to be too happy with himself there. Deevo did make one ridiculous comeback against Ferry in the past. So I'm surprised that Ferry didn't half flip there. Surely would have been faster than what he did, but he's made it back regardless. Again, a good line of play. And Deevo's got Ferry exactly where he wants him. But the shot, once again, is a bit too spinny for my liking. I would like to see a close range boomer there. Deevo instead trying to be a little bit too smart. I just want to see Deevo volley the ball at Ferry's net. Why are you not volleying it, Deevo? There we go. Well, it's not. It's kind of a volley. All I mean is don't wait for the bounce. Just ping it out of the air. And it works. There you go. Because Ferry Peak's been challenging Deevo on every bounce. So as long as Deevo can hit it before the bounce, he's going to be fine. People are asking, what is play-by-play? Play-by-play sounds like this. Kickoff does go Ferry Peak's way, and he's going to go back and get boost. Deevo's also getting boosted at the side of the field. Ferry Peak's coming in for a challenge. Oh, it goes to the back corner. Ferry Peak looks like he's going to pick up the boost. Actually, sorry, that was me predicting the future. You can't do that in play-by-play. You got to always talk about what things that happened 3 seconds ago. But oh, what a demo by Deevo. He's got the open air shot, and he makes it. What a shot by Deevo from the best angle I've ever seen. What a demo. Oh my goodness. Okay, analyst, say something smart. Yeah, Deevo there, really, really nice play. He could have gone for the shot from the initial center ball, but he saw the demo open up, and he went for that. And I've got to stop talking because it's about to be a kickoff. play-by-play. Oh, kickoff. The ball goes to the side of the field. Now in comes Fairy Peak to the ball, and now Deevo is dribbling, still dribbling, and Fairy Peak jumps over the ball. Probably a miss, because play-by-play casters don't know what a fake looks like. And yeah, the play-by-play has run out of breath, so analyst is going to talk one more time. Yeah, right now this is turning into a bit of ping pong, because the players are both hitting the ball away from themselves, which that's what players do in ping pong, so that's why we call it that in Rocket League. But truth be told, the play-by-play would probably have interrupted to be like, what a save, when Deevo made that routine save. So that would have that was not an accurate representation of Rocket League casting in the slightest. Legitimately, what a save though. Hold up, Deevo is on fire in goal, but hopefully he's not on fire in real life, because that would be incredibly painful. And for anybody who just saw the latest episode of Game of Thrones, episode 4 of the new season, yeah, painful stuff. Painful stuff. And don't worry, by the time this reaches YouTube, it's going to be like a month. It's probably at the end of the season of Game of Thrones, so no big deal. I've not spoiled anything. But wow, what a game here. 2 goals. Okay, I'm done with my parody cast. I'll be... no more parody casting. I do love a good old parody cast once in a while. Just mock all of the terrible Rocket League casting that I have to put up with. I feel like that's my revenge for having to put up with it, though. I'll do a parody once in a while of the style that I don't like. All in all, though, Fairy Peak's had a pretty solid game here. Not many beans by Deevo. It's just been Fairy playing very, very well. That was really easy game to skip over in terms of actual content, because it was quite a standard game for Fairy. We didn't see much of what Deevo usually does that takes Fairy... Oh, I was about to say Deevo missed a boost, and I realized he already had 100. Thank goodness that the Psyonix added a boost indicator 2 years after the game was released. Not a moment too late. But we will see game 3. Johnny will never be an RLCS. I know, not with jokes like these. I might faint on camera. It's too risky. You can't get me. You can't make me cast RLCS. I might die. I might be sick. No, not a parody cast, a parody. But game 3 is where we're headed. Fairy Peak ties it up, but he wants to do one better. He has never beaten Deevo in a series. He's lost a best of 7, he's lost a best of 5, so if the current, what do you call it, pattern continues, he's about to lose a best of 3, and there's nothing he can do about it. But we've already broken one pattern today. It was 7 games in a row for the left side of the bracket in the Swiss segment, and then right side of the bracket came back strong. They won 3 games in a row. Are we going to break another one? We're just breaking all kinds of traditions and barriers today. For anybody who is just tuning in, I'm sure there's a few of you, this is the semi-final. Flores is waiting in the final. Flores is yet to lose a game today. He's 3-0 in series. Fairy Peak is also yet to lose... Oh, he has lost games, but he's yet to lose a series today. Fairy Peak is also yet to lose a series. That is a great shot by Fairy. Oh my word. Beautiful placement. Just slams it. What a peach. Nothing Deevo can do. Absolutely nothing. And yeah, if anybody wonders how we got to this point, we did 2 rounds of Swiss. Well, we did 2.5 rounds of Swiss bracket to find out who the top 4 players were today. And then we just did semi-finals and finals. And it's all been best of 3. Deevo's saying, wait, what, okay. He doesn't know what happened here. He felt like the ball went straight through him, but it looks like he just dodged a little bit too low into the ball and a little bit too late by the looks of things. 2-0 though. Fairy off to a blinder of a start. I said going into this that he looked like the best player in the tournament, but it was always going to be rough to beat Deevo. That's the player who's caused him the most problems in the past. And really dismantled him in game 1 with some aggressive, fast dribbling. But I'm loving the new look Fairy Peak. He's taking the game to Deevo. He's making it so difficult for Deevo to get those dribbles set up. What a read. Fairy Peak, perfectly positioned, turns Deevo's clear into a pass. That would have been a great time to drop a great pass in the chat. I think if Fairy Peak dropped a great pass in the chat right there, one of 2 things would have happened. 1, he would have just won the game because Deevo would have gone Beanvo mode and got tilted. Or 2, Deevo would have gone Super Saiyan and made the comeback. Like, it would have gone only those 2 directions. We would not have seen a quiet game. It would have been a steamroll one way or the other if Fairy Peak wrote great pass in the chat after that goal. I wish it happened, honestly. It would have been great. But Fairy Peak's such a nice guy. He never does anything mean. Is it still best of 3? Yes, it's all best of 3 today. All best of 3. Oh, nicely done. Fairy Peak. Again, placement is on point. Placement is very much on point. Deevo caught going for boost when he shouldn't be. Yet again. First Deevo trying to be the first repeat finalist of my 1v1 Invitationals. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no, we've seen this before. We've seen Deevo 5-0 down before today, and he wasn't able to make the comeback against Metza. He did throw away a 5-0 lead by conceding 6, but that was the Beanvo, like the most Beanvo play that I've seen in this game and the last. He's got to turn it on right now. Deevo needs to up to gear 6, or this is over. Fairy Peak is looking very much in control. He's just playing perfect Rocket League at the moment, and what a run he's had so far, taking down Ocelon, Scrub Killa, and now looking to take down Deevo as well. It would be fitting to have the two players who went 2-0 in the Swiss bracket stage of the tournament just continue their run of undefeatedness into the final. Good save by Deevo. Looks like the shot might have been going off the inside of the post anyway, because no save got credited by Rocket League. Deevo's up for this, trying to catch Fairy off guard. Fairy staying well positioned. And once again, for anybody just tuning in, I'm going to be doing stop attack. Deevo, why? What? I thought he'd done another phenomenal own goal, but he just puts it wide. Luckily for him. Sometimes you just have to ask yourself, Deevo, why? What is going on here? He's really hoping the ball comes down fast. It does not. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to catch up on all the alerts that I've missed after this game. Then we're going to get into the final, which will also be best of 3. We're going to do best of 3 all the way today, because I think that is perfectly acceptable. There will be no arguing after the winner of this game that the better player won. If Fairy wins, it looks like he's won very controlled 2 games in a row. If Deevo wins, then that is an incredible comeback. And it looks like he's going to be on the score sheet. Oh, he won't, because the inside of the post did not come into play. Direct goal or inside of the post would have been a goal there for Deevo. He had plenty of time to eye up the rebound. But there we go. Fast dribbling, fast first touch. One of the best power sliders and first touchers in the world is Deevo, and he needs to do that right now. If he's going to beat Fairy, he's got to do it his way. He needs to play at his speed. He needs to play his game. He needs to get out of this French jail that Fairy Peak has hidden him in. It seems like he's found the key, and he's just trying to unlock the door at the moment. This should be another goal. Fairy Peak's way out of the game. Deevo's got all the goal to aim at, and he's started the comeback. 5-2. Deevo on the board, and the train looks like it's firmly on the roll now. He was 5-0 down with about 2 minutes to go. What a comeback this would be if he can make it happen. Still so much work to do against undoubtedly one of the best 1v1 players in the world, but Deevo had an opportunity there to put that ball into a strikeable position. He definitely messed up a little bit. The backflip shot does pull a good save out of Fairy. Deevo is staying with Fairy here, despite the fact that Fairy has picked up at least 3 big boost pads in a row and left none for Deevo. But now this is really bad news for Deevo. Fairy's deliberately slowing the game down. He knows that Deevo wants to accelerate this up until 11, and he's trying everything he can to prevent that from happening. Great save at the near post. I think the shot would not have hit the back of the net anyway, but Fairy wants to stop any chance from going close to the net. And there we have it. Fairy stops the comeback just as soon as it started. This might be denying the all-English final, which I'm sure a lot of English people all across the world were hoping for. Hold on, there might be more to say just yet. What a save. Fairy Peak, he's already back on the pitch. Deevo has called GG's. He knows that this is going to be too much to come back from. 7-2 when Fairy is playing this well, saving shots like that and then recovering in the blink of an eye is going to make this so difficult, almost impossible. Deevo looks like he's going to play out the final 52 seconds. I do wonder why forfeits aren't a thing in Rocket League from positions where it is so unlikely and even impossible to win from. I wouldn't mind surrenders. I've heard some people are just completely against surrenders as a moral thing. They're just like, no, pro players should never surrender because It's just horrible to see pros giving up so early. But, you know, one of the most established esports of all time, StarCraft 2 and StarCraft Brood War, every game ends with a surrender because it would just take a silly amount of time to win the game by normal means. In fact, some players in StarCraft 2 are famous for surrendering early and sometimes too early. But Deevo says GG's and good luck to Fairy, who will progress. He finally takes down Deevo. It's the first time that he's ever beaten Deevo in a series. And we're going to see a brand new match. I've never seen Flores play Fairy. They're about to face off against each other in the grand final.